For 17 years, a mother had tricked her daughter into thinking she had cancer. Welcome to InformOverload. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and if you're new to the channel, we tell you about the most interesting news stories we find on the internet, and we make them more entertaining. Now at the age of 27, Gypsy Blanchard is standing as a witness for the trial of her former boyfriend, Nicholas Gojon, for the murder of her abusive mother. Gypsy says she wanted to be free from the hold that she had on her and felt that the only way was to kill her mother. For 17 years, the mother had convinced her daughter that she was terminally ill with cancer. The mother went to extreme lengths to do this, from forcing her daughter to use a wheelchair to undergoing a lot of medical tests that just weren't needed. Friends of the family say that the mother, Claudine Blanchard, had kept her daughter locked in the home like a prisoner. The home was also provided to the family by Habitat for Humanity, thus furthering the need for this lie to continue. Gypsy had very little schooling, and friends honestly believe that she was ill and developmentally delayed. To much of their dismay, she was in perfect health. Gypsy had been told by her mother that she had muscular dystrophy, cancer, and many other illnesses that required her to stay in the home. She also reports that her mother would physically abuse her, starve her, and when she tried to run away, her mother chained her to a bed for 2 weeks. It wasn't until she turned 19 that she began to question just how sick she really was. And after meeting Nicholas on a Christian dating site, the two plotted killing the mother for more than a year. Now with Nicholas on trial, things are going to get even more complicated. Gypsy is taking responsibility for the death of her mother, even though Nicholas was the one who stabbed the mother back in June of 2015. Gypsy is testifying that she lured Nicholas to Missouri and talked him into murdering her mother. Currently, Gypsy is serving a 10-year prison sentence for second-degree murder, and Nicholas is being tried for first-degree murder. The defense are not denying that Nicholas did in fact murder Claudine, but with Gypsy's testimonial, they're hoping to have him convicted for something other than first degree, which is essentially a life sentence. This is going to be a tough decision for the jury, especially if you consider what I mentioned before about the plotting that took place. The prosecution is attempting to say that because the two planned this over the course of several text messages for well over a year, that means it was premeditated, thus giving Nicholas plenty of time to consider his actions on the matter. However, his attorneys are arguing that Nicholas has autism and could not possibly have the mental capacity to commit premeditated murder. Nicholas states that he stabbed the mother because Gypsy said that she felt it was the only way that he could be with her. The two met in March of 2015 when Nicholas made the trip from Wisconsin. In a series of text messages that were presented in the trial, the pair would discuss their darker impulses. Nicholas even said that he had an evil side and that he enjoys killing. They also began discussing the need for duct tape and knives just days before Claudine was found dead in her home. Her body wasn't discovered until her Facebook page stated that she was dead. And in a taped interview from the prosecution, Gojon said that Gypsy asked him to do it. While Gypsy was being questioned by the prosecution, she acknowledged that Nicholas, however, dominated the relationship and referred to him as the master and she was the slave. Like I said, I would not want to be the jury for this trial. There's a lot of mixed messaging involved here. That's why I want to leave this question to you. Imagine if you were a juror on this trial. Should Nicholas be convicted of first-degree murder, or do you believe that Gypsy coerced him into doing it? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. With that, let's entertain your brain with some featured comments on previous videos. Everett Bradfute says, one of my favorite YouTubers admitted that he suffers from anxiety and sometimes he doesn't post in a while, but I stay subscribed because he puts out quality content. That's very kind of you to recognize, and I think most people should think that way. Dan W says, wow, he did a great job on this video, GG. He's starting to grow on me. Thank you, sir. I'm just doing my best. Omega Crimson says, stop putting your bias. You're a new boy, so this boy needs to sit down for a sec. Sometimes I can't help myself. I add my opinion to display passion for a given topic. I will, however, take your advice and question my bias for future videos. J Jade says, you're doing a great job, Johnny boy. Thank you, Jay, appreciate it. X_shook_X says, never saw you before, Johnny. Well, now you see me. Nice to meet you. Thank you for watching InformOverload. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Plus, if you want more videos like this one, just click the playlist on the screen. And if you have any hot tips on any new and exciting stories that you want us to cover, just find my Instagram in the description below and send me a DM. From InformOverload, I'm Johnny Rogers, and until next time, take care.